BOTV Go app එක දැන්ම දාගන්න. BOTV Go SLT BOTV ටීවී බලන හොඳම විදිහ.
Making headlines tonight, beefed up security, island-wide police curfew imposed in a bid to control tensions flared by multiple incidents. Religious leaders continue to urge calm among the general public.
මේ පිළිබඳ හොඳ අවධානයෙන් එවාගේම සැලකීමෙන් ජනාධිපතිතුමත් අගමැතිතුමත් එකතු වෙලා කටයුතු කරනවා නම්
I urge you to take action necessary to keep the peace among yourselves.
Sharing responsibility, TNA leader Sambandhan pledges support of entire Sri Lankan Tamil community to prevent incidents that threaten national security.
That the Tamil people will extend their fullest support to preserve the unity.
Take responsibility. Opposition leader says only Muslim politicians can destroy extremist ideologies. Secret agreement. MP Vasudeva Nanayakkara alleges that Foreign Minister Tilak Marapana is attempting to bring US troops to Sri Lanka, claims discussions on the horizon. All that and much more coming up on 1st at 9 this Monday, the 13th of May 2019.
අයඩෙක්ස් ඇතුළත ඉදිමීම සමනය කරන අතර විනාඩි 5කින් ක්‍රියා කිරීම ආරම්භයි. අයඩෙක්ස් දිවියට නව දිනයක්. අයඩෙක්ස් වෙතින් එසේ කැක්කුමට විශේෂඥා අයඩෙක්ස් හෙඩ් ෆාස්ට් ඉක්මනට සහනය අදම අත්විඳින්න.
From AdaDerana, this is AdaDerana First at 9. Live from Studio 24 in Colombo.
A very good evening and a warm welcome. President Maithripala Sirisena has left for China to participate in an international conference, and in the latest of the security situation, island-wide police curfew is in effect besides the northwestern province and the Gampaha district curfew imposed earlier on. And a temporary ban on several social media platforms have come into effect yet again to curb the spread of messages that incite communal violence. Well, in our top story, the island-wide police curfew is imposed from 9 p.m. tonight until 4 a.m. tomorrow, following reports of tense situation across several locations in the country. A number of firearms were meanwhile recovered by the army today, found buried near the Commando Regiment Training School in Kudawe.
A stock of firearms and ammunition were found buried at a land near the Commando Regiment Training School in Kudawe today. According to the media spokesperson of the army, 2 repeater firearms, 2 shotguns, a locally produced pistol, 342 ammunition used for T-56 firearms, 75 M16 ammunition and 593 bullets were recovered.
කුලියාපිටිය හෙට්ටිපොළ මාර්ගයේ වෙළඳසැල් 3කට පහර දීමේ සිද්ධියක් ඊයේ සවස වාර්තා වුණා. ගල් ආදියෙන් පහර දී තිබුණා. ඒ වගේම අදත් කුලියාපිටිය ආශ්‍රිත යම් යම් ප්‍රදේශවල වෙළඳසැල් කිහිපයකට ගල් වලින් පහර දී අලාභ හානි කිරීමේ සිද්ධීන් කිහිපයක් අද දිනත් වාර්තා වුණා. දේපල හානි වාර්තා වෙලා තිබෙනවා කිහිපයක්. නමුත් කිසිදු පුද්ගලයෙකුට හෝ තුවාල සිදුවීමේ සිද්ධියක් නැති බවත් සඳහන් කළ යුතුයි. ඊයේ හලාවත සිදු වූ සිද්ධිය. ඒ සිද්ධියේ එක් පුද්ගලයෙක් අත්අඩංගුවට ගත්තා. ඔහුව අද ගරු අධිකරණයට ඉදිරිපත් කිරීමෙන් අනතුරුව මැයි 24 දක්වා රක්ෂිත බන්ධනාගාරගත කරලා තිබෙනවා.
Meanwhile, locals in Vellampitiya conducted a protest against the officer in charge of the area police over the bail of 9 employees of the copper factory owned by the perpetrator of the attack at the Cinnamon Grand Hotel, Mohammad Ibrahim Insaf Ahmed.
Government imposed a temporary ban on social media platforms such as WhatsApp and Facebook today following unrest reported from several areas yesterday. This measure has been taken to curb the spread of information that incite communal violence. And speaking to media today, police media spokesperson SP Ruan Gunasekara stressed that strict measures will be taken to arrest individuals who misuse social media platforms in order to spread false propaganda. And police spokesman also revealed that security forces have identified another suspect linked to the explosion at St. Anthony's Shrine in Kochikade.
The suicide card of April 21st attack at St. Anthony's Church, Kochikade was Alauddin Ahmad Muad, and he has arrived to the church area by van number WPPJ4080. The registered donor of this van was Muhammad Azam Muhammad Mubarak, and he was the suicide card of Kingsbury Hotel. The van was parked near Kochikade Church after it had been prepared for a blast with explosives in it. Later on 22nd April, the van was safely exploded by Special Task Force officers after the van was identified by Criminal Investigation Department officers. CID made continuous investigations regarding this van. On that occasion, it was revealed that another person was also being traveled in this vehicle for purchase of this van and also to make seat arrangements with the suicide card of Kingsbury Hotel. Accordingly, 4 pencil sketch drawings similar to the suspect had been drawn by an officer of the Criminal Record Division on the statement of 4 witnesses who had seen this suspect. If you know any information about this person, please contact the below 2 numbers of Criminal Investigation Department: 011 242 2176 and 011 2392 900 2392 900.
Meanwhile, police spokesperson SP Ruwangunasekara said that the police have set up a special unit to monitor persons who spread messages that incite communal violence as well as fake news via social media. He also added that not only individuals who create such news will be taken into custody, but also persons who share such posts.
Chief Prelate of the Askiri chapter, Most Venerable Varakagoda Sri Gnanaratana Thera, and the Archbishop of Colombo, His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit, urged the public to remain calm and maintain peace across the nation. In his message, the Chief Prelate of the Askiri chapter called on the President and Prime Minister to take necessary measures to avoid further calamity in the country. Meanwhile, the Archbishop of Colombo called on all religious leaders to maintain peace and harmony in their own communities.
අද වෙනකොට රටේ විවිධ තැන්වල පොලිස් ඇඳිරි නීතිය යොදලා තියෙන බව පේනවා. ඉතින් මේ විදිහට ගියොත් එහෙම මේ රට මහා විනාශයකට පත් වෙනවා. රජය ඒ නිසා විශේෂයෙන් අවධානය යොමු කරලා මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ පිළිබඳව තීරණයක් ගන්නට ඕන. බොහෝ දෙනා අද කියන්නේ මේ රටේ නායකයෙක් නැහැ, රජයක් නැහැ, මේ අය රටේ ජනතාවට ආරක්ෂාවක් නැහැ කියන එක. ඉතින් ඒ බව පේනවා රට දිහා බලනකොට. ඒ නිසා තව තවත් ඉදිරියට මේ තත්ත්වයේ උත්සන්න වුණොත් විශාල කරදරයක් වෙනවා, විශාල ජනහානියක් වෙනවා. ඒ නිසා මේ අවස්ථාවේවත් මේ පිළිබඳ හොඳ අවධානයෙන් ඒ වගේම සැලකීමෙන් ජනාධිපතිතුමත් අගමැතිතුමත් එකතු වෙලා කටයුතු කරනවා නම් මං හිතනවා මේ ව්‍යසනය විපත්තිය නැති කරගන්නට පුළුවන්.
Despite all predictions, our country has stood up to this challenge with lot of magnanimity and inter-religious harmony. I think we should try to keep that going even in the future. We will be soon facing some of the major festivals of our religious traditions, with Vesak coming very soon, and then also the Ramasan fast along with the Ramasan festival and many other events that will come in the future. We need to be united. Please, I plead with you, I urge you to take action necessary to keep the peace among yourselves, whatever religious tradition or whatever linguistic tradition you belong to. I would like to request Venerable Buddhist monks, Maulavis and Kurukals, as well as our Christian and Catholic priests, to do their best to maintain peace and harmony in their own villages and to have inter-religious programs which will bring in more understanding and harmony.
Rehabilitation Director of the Bureau of the Commissioner General of Rehabilitation, Brigadier M.A. Azad Izzuddin, highlighted the need to counter extremism amongst the Muslim community. Speaking to a group of Islamic priests and representatives from the Muslim community in Colombo yesterday, the Brigadier went on to say that violent action of the extremist groups has left a negative image on the community, and steps must be taken in order to address them by further strengthening relations with other communities.
Extremism has come, radicalization has come, and we are responsible for that. You cannot say that we are going searching and that because of that this won't come again. If it come again, we have to be responsible, and you will have to do something for that. This is not about searching or anything. This is about a community in trouble. You have to take some decisions. Don't think that instead of dress, if it is something to do with radicalization, you have to think. Sri Lankan Muslim community cannot face another threat like this. And what is the actions you have taken? You take some action and show us that we as the national security, we as the armed forces, we have to be responsible. And it should not happen again. But I also Muslim, I am also from the same faith. I see there is something wrong. We are going somewhere else. If not, this much of difficulties won't come.
Opposition leader Mahinda Rajapaksa urged Muslim religious leaders to take the initiative to combat extremist ideologies in the country. He also highlighted that the number of extremists are higher than the number of terrorists in the country and noted that a ban on social media is an ineffective measure to counter terrorism.
An event was organised in view of International Nurses Day today at the AdaDerana temple in Narayanpeta. The event was held under the patronage of the President of the Public Service United Nurses Union, Venerable Muruthettuwe Anandathera, and opposition leader Mahinda Rajapaksa.
ඒ වගේ අවස්ථාවක අන්තවාදීෝ වැඩි. මුත් ත්‍රස්තවාදීෝ ටිකයි. ඒකින්ද මේ අන්තවාදය නැති කිරීම සඳහා පියවර ගැනීම අපි කාගෙත් වගේ. ඒක කරන්න පුළුවන්කම විශේෂයෙන්ම තියෙන්නේ මුස්ලිම් නායකයින් මේ සඳහා ඒ කටයුත්ත ඉටු කිරීමට ආගමික නායකයින් පියවර ගැනීම තාම වැදගත් වෙනවා. කනාධිපතිතුමා කියන විදිහට 150 ඉන්නේ. මේකින්ද 150 අල්ලගත්තම මේක ඉවරයි. මම මේ කීම ගැන ඒතරම්ම විශ්වාසය තියන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද අපිට සැකයක්.
The opposition leader also expressed these views responding to journalists following the event.
ලාමක වැඩක්. ඒව නතර කරන්න බෑනේ. ඊට වඩා වේගෙන් කටකතා පැතිරේ.
Leader of the Tamil National Alliance, R. Sampanthan, emphasizes that the Tamil community in Sri Lanka will extend its support to ensure that yet another terror attack will not take place in the country. The TNA leader expressed these views following discussions with Buddhist clergy representing several civil organizations today.
Buddhist representatives from several civil organizations, including the National Movement for Counter-Terrorism, held discussions with the leader of the TNA, R. Sambandhan, at his residence in Colombo today. The discussion was focused on the current security situation in the country and solutions that can address issues such as extremism.
Some Buddhist religious leaders, including chief prelates, expressed the view that the situation must be brought to an end and that there must be no opportunity for any further such attack to take place in the country. In order to ensure this, they proposed that discussions must take place between the different religious groups. To achieve this objective, I assured them that the Tamil people will extend their fullest support to this initiative to preserve the unity and indivisibility, safety of the country.
UPFA parliamentarian Dallas Alha-Peruma says that the failure of the government and leaders to reach a consensus on major issues faced by the country is a bigger threat than terrorism. Also speaking at a media briefing today, Chairman of Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna, Professor G.L. Pires, called on the government to take immediate measures to ban the National Tawhid Jamaat organisation, which was responsible for the attacks on Easter Sunday.
ඒ වගේම දැන් මෙතෙක් දුරට තෞෆීද් ජමාත් ව්‍යසනය කරපු ඒ භයානක ආයතනය මෙතෙක් දුරට අවලංගු කරලා තියෙනවද තහනම් කරලා තියෙනවද ඒ සඳහා හරි විදිය ගැසට් එකක් නිකුත් කළාද
ආණ්ඩුව මිනිස්සු විශ්වාස කරන්නේ නැහැ ජනාධිපතිවරයා කරන ප්‍රකාශය මිනිස්සු විශ්වාස කරන්නේ නැහැ අගමැතිවරයා කරන ප්‍රකාශය මිනිස්සු විශ්වාස කරන්නේ නැහැ ඇයි විශ්වාස නැත්තේ ඕනෑම කාරණයක් සම්බන්ධයෙන් ආණ්ඩුවේ නායකයන්ට මත රාශියක් තියෙනවා මේ රටේ තියෙන ප්‍රධාන ප්‍රශ්නය ත්‍රස්තවාදය නෙමෙයි ආණ්ඩුවේ විසංවාදය
UPFA parliamentarian Vasudeva Nanayakkara alleges that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the US government are planning to enter into a secret agreement over establishing US military presence in Sri Lanka. Speaking at a media briefing today, the parliamentarian further added that the Minister of Foreign Affairs Tilak Marapana is expected to leave for Washington in the near future to hold further talks on the matter.
මේ දැන් විදේශ ඇමතිවරයා යන්න ලෑස්ති වෙලා ඉන්න වොෂින්ටන්. ගිවිසුමක් ගැන සාකච්ඡා කරන්න ඇමරිකානු මිලිටරි බලය ලංකාව තුල ස්ථානගත වී වැඩ කිරීම ගැන මේ තමයි විදේශ කටයුතු අමාත්‍යාංශයට වපු ඇමරිකානු රහස් ලියවිල්ල. මම ඉදිරිපත් කළා කිව්වා මේ ලියවිල්ල ගැන ඔබ මොකද කියන්නේ? අගමැතිගේ. ඒකට ඇගුවා අයියෝ මේක 1995 ලියවිල්ලක් නේ කියලා. ඒකට මම කිව්වා මේක 2018 ලියවිල්ලක් ඊළඟ පිටුව බලන්න. නමුත් ඒකට මිනිහා උත්තර දුන්නේ නැහැ. පාර්ලිමේන්තුවත් නොදැන සාකච්ඡා වෙමින් තිබෙනවා අය විදේශ කටයුතු අමාත්‍යාංශයත් ඇමරිකානු තානාපති කාර්යාලයත් අතර සෝෆා ගිවිසුම කියනවා. අනිත් එක තමයි ඇක්සා. මොකද මහේස්ත්‍රාත් නායක අමුදාපතිතුමා කියන්නේ මේ ගිවිසුම හරියට කොයි වගේද කිව්වොත් තමන්ගේ දේපල ඔක්කොම පිටට ලියා දීලා සියදි විනාශා ගත්තා වගේ. අපේ ජනතාව ආගමික කෝලාහලයකට යන්න යෙදුනොත් ඒ තමයි අපේ රටේ ස්වාධීනත්වයේ මරණය. ඒක තමයි ඇමරිකන් හමුදා බලා ඉන්නේ. මේ අගමැති මේ කැබිනට් එක ඇස් වෙන්න ඕන ජනාධිපතිතුමා සියලුම පක්ෂ වලින් සමන්විත උඩා කැබිනට් එකක් හදන්න ඕන.
Well, President Maithripala Sirisena left for China this morning on a 3-day official visit. According to the President's media unit, the head of state will participate at the Conference on Dialogue of Asian civilizations scheduled to be held on Wednesday in Beijing. The conference is themed Exchanges and Mutual Learning Among Asian Civilizations and a Community with a Shared Future. Meanwhile, the Department of Government Information stated that non-Cabinet Minister of Mass Media and State Minister of Defence Ruwan Wijewardena was appointed as the acting Minister of Defence until President Maithripala Sirisena returns to the island. And earlier on, President Maithripala Sirisena engaged in religious observances at the Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic in Kandy yesterday, where he also called on chief prelates. The President first paid homage at the Malvatta Temple in Kandy, where he received blessings from the chief prelate of the Malvattu chapter, Most Venerable Tibbatuawe Sri Sumangala Thera. The President briefed the Chief Prelate on measures taken by the government in order to ensure national security in the country. The head of state also visited the Chief Prelate of the Askiriya chapter, Most Venerable Varakagoda Sri Gnanaratana Thera. He later visited the Sri Vidyasagara temple, where he called on the Chief Prelate of the Ramanya sector, Most Venerable Napane Premasiri Thera. And Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says that the government should work towards regaining the trust of the people, which was shattered following the Easter Sunday attacks. The Premier further reiterated that the government must accept their failure in responding to intelligence gathered on the attacks.
Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe today handed over appointment letters to 3,888 sports trainers at the temple trees today.
සංබද්ධ පාසල් වෙන සංඛ්‍යාව වැඩි වෙනවා. තාම ක්‍රමානුකූලව තමයි නගරබද්ධ පාසල් පැමිණෙන්නේ. 1983 කෝලහල වලින් පස්සේ පාසල් විවෘත කරාම සති දෙකක් ගියා. 75ක් 80ක් නගරවල එහෙම පාසල් වලට එන්න. ඒ එන්නේ විශ්වාසය වැඩි වෙන්න සිද්ධීන් නැති වෙන්න තමයි එයා එන්නේ. ඉතින් අපි ඒකට අවස්ථාව දීලා අපේ වැඩ කටයුතු කරගෙන යමු. ඒ විශ්වාසය අපි ඇති කරන්න ඕනේ. මොකද මේ සිද්ධියේදී ඒ ලැබුණු තොරතුරු අනුව ක්‍රියා නොකිරීම ගැන අද සමාජයේ විශාල විශ්වාසය ගැන කඩාවැටීමක් තියෙනවා. රජය කෙරෙහි තියෙන විශ්වාසය කඩාවැටිලා තියෙනවා. දේශපාලඥයන් කෙරෙහි තියෙන විශ්වාසයත් කඩාවැටිලා තියෙනවා. ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම සමාජයේ අතරමං වෙලා වාගේ බලන්නේ මේ මොකද්ද වෙන්නේ. මීට ඉස්සෙල්ලා දකුණේ තිබුණේ ත්‍රස්තවාදයත් උතුරේ තිබුණේ ත්‍රස්තවාදයත් අපි එකඟ නුනොත් යම්කිසි අරමුණක් සඳහා යෙදුණු ත්‍රස්තවාදයක්. දැන් අහනවා මොකද්ද මේ ත්‍රස්තවාදය කියලා. ඉතින් විශාල ඉදසක් විශ්වාසය කඩාවැටීමක් දෙකම මේ රටේ සිදු වෙලා. අපි ඒක පිළිගන්න ඕනේ. ඒක පිළි අරගෙන ජනතාවගේ විශ්වාසය ඇති වෙන විදිහට අපි ක්‍රමානුකූලව ක්‍රියා කරන්න ඕනේ.
And Lanka IOC announced a short while ago a revision to its fuel prices. We'll bring you all that and much more after this short break.
You are watching Sri Lanka's #1 news channel. This is AdaDerana 24.
Well, an urgent meeting was summoned by Minister of Finance Mangala Samaravida today with the Central Bank Governor Dr. Indrajit Kumaraswamy and Chief Executive Officers of the commercial banks on issues connected to travel and tourism relief package. Well, one of the issues highlighted by the tourism sectors is the need for the government to issue a clear directive for banks giving blanket approvals on moratoriums. He went on to say that the relief package has been worked out and will be launched by the end of week.
A discussion was held today on a host of issues related at the second meeting of the 7-member Cabinet Subcommittee tasked with the revival of tourism. The discussion comes in a backdrop where the industry insists on an across-the-board blanket moratorium as opposed to the central bank directive of case-by-case basis approach to banks. Speaking to First at 9, Minister of Tourism Development John Amaratunga spoke on what was discussed during the meeting pertaining to the relief package.
We have worked out the package for the industry who is suffered as a result of this Easter Sunday attack. First of all, we want to give all the hotels that are registered with the Tourist Development Authority and also all others who have been dwelling in the tourist industry, who may not have registered but who are actively serving the tourists, provided they have had some registration with the local authority, and also the owners of fleets of vehicles who are being leased out for use for tourism are some of the areas that we are now contemplating to give a blanket form accommodation for the monetary requirements.
The minister went on to say that the relief package will be launched before the end of the week.
Today we have a very long discussion. See, particularly in the informal sector, some of them have not been functioning but they have obtained loans. Now those we have to consider case by case. For others we are hoping to give a blanket approval. At the end of the week we should be able to implement it. Each of these banks are the people who have been giving these loans. So these managers will be instructed by a circular from the central bank to commence the implementation of the package.
Taking you to the Colombo Stock Exchange, the All Share Price Index closed in red at 5,307.20 as a result of price losses in counters such as distilleries, John Keells Holdings and Hatton National Bank, with the turnover crossing 179 million rupees. A similar behavior was witnessed in the S&P SL20. High net worth and institutional investor participation was witnessed in Cargill's, John Keells Holdings and Sampath Bank. Foreign investors in the meantime bought a net 20 million rupees worth of shares on Friday, but they have been net sellers of 4.4 billion rupees worth of equities so far this year. And the Sri Lankan rupee closed weaker on dollar demand from banks in dull trade, with the currency dropping 0.3% to close at 176 rupees and 60 cents to 70 cents per the US dollar. Let's take a look at how the Sri Lankan currency traded against other major currencies of the world. Well, Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, issuing a special statement a short while ago, noted that security forces have taken stern action to arrest and identify perpetrators attached to the Easter Sunday attacks. He, however, stressed that if issues surrounding extremism continues in the island, it will lead to instability in the country. The Premier further noted that actions or factions who attempt to spur communal violence are doing so in order to disrupt Vesak celebrations in the country. He further added that security forces have been able to control the tense situation which erupted at several locations in the northwestern province earlier this evening. He further cautioned that there are groups who are attempting to spread communal violence in the country in order to obstruct day-to-day activities of the people. As a result, the government had no choice but to impose island-wide police curfew, and steps have been taken to provide all powers to security forces to take action against those who do not adhere to curfew. He further requested the public to give their support to the security forces to maintain peace in the country.
රටපුරා ඇඳිරි නීතිය පනවන්නට අපි ආණ්ඩුව හැටියට තීරණය කරා. රටේ සාමය බිඳ දමන්නටත් හදිසි නීතිය ඇඳිරි නීතිය කඩ කරන්නට විරුද්ධව දැඩි පියවර ගැනීමට සම්පූර්ණ බලතල ආරක්ෂා අංශ වෙත.
Well, taking you to the latest on our reality show finale that was held last evening, Rexy Maximus was declared winner of the Derana 60 Plus Season 2 last night. The first ever reality show for senior citizens in Sri Lanka saw the participation of over 15,000 contestants who showcased their vocal talent. Jayathilaka Vithanarachi went home as the runner-up of the contest, while Shirani Aryaratna clinched the title of the most popular artist at the star-studded show.
Derana 60 Plus reality TV show, the first of its kind for senior citizens in Sri Lanka, commenced 6 months ago with the participation of 15,000 contestants. TV Derana provided a platform to recognize the hidden talents of senior citizens, proving that it's never too late to shine.
Dialogue Prashansa Derana 60 Plus.
The star-studded grand finale of Derana 60 Plus was held last night at the Janakala Centre in Battaramulla. Season 2 of this novel concept for the country's senior citizens was graced by an elite panel of judges comprised of veteran singers Edward Jayakodi, Rohana Bogoda and Shashika Nisansala. From among 15,000 contestants, 3 finalists, Jayathilaka Vithanarachi, Clarice Lindsay and Rexy Maximus, competed for the ultimate reality experience. As the competition drew close to the end, the general public was given an opportunity to vote for the most popular singer among the top 10 contestants via SMS. Receiving the highest SMS votes, Shirani Aryaratna clinched the title for most popular singer.
Shirani Aryaratna Mahatmya! Prashansa Derana 60 Plus Season 2 Janapriyam Jyeshta Puravesi Tarakava Clarice Lindsay Mahatmya.
Clarice Lindsay won the second runner-up, while Jayathilaka Vithanarachi became the first runner-up.
Dialogue Prashansa Derana 60 Plus Devanadiyare Anushurathave Jayathilaka Vithanarachi Mahata.
Rexy Maximus clinched the top spot of the first ever reality show for senior citizens in the country, Derana 60 Plus Season 2.
Rexy Maximus Mahata. Devanadiyare Jayagrahanaya Rexy Maximus Mahata.
Well, China hits back in trade war with the United States, while Saudi Arabia says one of its oil tankers had been sabotaged. So all this coming up after a short break.
You are watching Sri Lanka's #1 news channel. This is AdaDerana 24.
In your international news, China has said it will impose tariffs on $60 billion of US goods from the 1st of June, extending a bilateral trade war. The move comes 3 days after the United States more than doubled tariffs on $200 billion of Chinese imports. Earlier, US President Donald Trump denied that the United States consumers would pay for higher tariffs on Chinese imports and warned that China did not follow suit. But Beijing said that it would not swallow any bitter fruit that harmed its interests. Also in international news, Saudi Arabia said today that 2 of its oil tankers had been sabotaged off the coast of the United Arab Emirates in attacks it described as posing a threat to the security of global oil supplies. Tensions have risen in the oil-rich region in recent weeks amid the deployment of a growing number of United States military assets to the Middle East due to deteriorating relations with Iran, according to Saudi Arabia's state-run Saudi press agency. One of the 2 Saudi vessels was on its way to be loaded with Saudi crude oil from the port of Ras Tanura to be delivered to the customers in the United States. Yesterday, the UAE said that 4 commercial cargo ships were targeted by sabotage operations off its eastern coast. That wraps up First at 9 for tonight. I'm Indivari Amuafet. Good night.